So if you're new to exploiting, you might wonder like, which exploit should I get? Because there's a lot of different exploits, and if you're new, you might not know like how good they are and stuff like that. So that's what we're going to answer in this video. So there's a lot of different exploits. There's both free exploits and paid exploits. So some of the free exploits might range from Bitcoin miners to some nostalgic exploits if you've exploited before, and some actually good ones which might be good for beginners and people that like maybe don't make their own scripts and don't need a too powerful exploit, just want to execute some scripts. But if you want a really good exploit and maybe you're going to like create your own scripts and stuff like that, I would recommend getting a paid exploit, because they are a lot more stable, updates faster, and a lot more. So let's just take a look at some free exploits. Most new exploit users might go to We Are Devs, Natvang, etc. and just try to find a free exploit. And these are not really great exploits because they aren't really trusted, and there might be some viruses, Bitcoin miners and stuff like that. I have no real proof because like I'm not really a reverse engineer, but yeah, most of them aren't really good and might contain some viruses. But if you would actually want a good free exploit to start out with, I would recommend either getting Fluxus or Krnl. These are really great exploits, but I would recommend Krnl, but they are often really like patched for, sometimes they are even patched for like weeks, days and stuff like that. So Fluxus would be a good option if you like don't want to wait for the exploit to update, but otherwise I would recommend Krnl. The only downside to them is they require like a key, so you need to get like a key every few hours, but that's the only downside. So now let's actually try to get into the better options if you want to maybe like make your own scripts and stuff like that. Sirhurt is a common exploit. I would guess most of you have heard of it. It costs $10, but like it's quite good, but there's some like quite big downsides. So the exploit has been exposed for both storing and logging user information and then selling that information, which might not be like the best thing. And the owner has also been exposed for being a pedophile. So I would try to stay away from Sirhurt. And yeah, if you want to read more about this, it's all over Vermilion. So then we have Sentinel, which is a quite new exploit compared to other exploits. It's still like quite good, I would say. I haven't used it because they only accept the credit card and not like PayPal. It costs $15 and the UI is actually like kind of nice. I wouldn't recommend it though because it's quite new. I don't think it's like that stable, at least from what I've heard. And yeah, but like if you're going to spend $15 on Sentinel, just buy Protosmasher for the same price, which is like a lot better. So let's talk about Protosmasher. This is actually quite good exploit to start out with. It costs $15, the exact same price as Sentinel, and I would say their front end / website is really good. They have a system that you can like execute scripts and stuff from their website, which is a really cool concept. But their UI, like their external UI, is really bad, and having to use an internal UI is really annoying. Because let's say you're scripting and maybe your game crashes, you get kicked or something, or you just turn off Roblox without even like thinking about saving your script, then maybe you could have lost like hours of work. I know that they have some custom UIs which are like kind of meh, but yeah, it's a quite good option in my opinion. So yeah. And lastly we have Synapse. Synapse has been on the market for a really long time. So it's really good and trusted, and yeah, it's $20, so it's like a good step up from Protosmasher, and compared to a free exploit, it's really good. Or well, all of the paid exploits are really good compared to a free exploit yeah. But I would personally call this exploit like my favorite. I like the UI, and if you don't like the UI, you can just customize it with themes or use a custom UI. You can easily make your own custom UI, your own theme, and stuff like that. Has a lot of great features. It updates really fast. Has a lot of settings, and it's really stable. I've never crashed using Synapse actually. And yeah, I would personally say that this is the best option on the list, but it's also the most expensive. It costs $20. So yeah, that's basically been everything for me. I'm kind of sick right now, so I'm sorry for my voice. But yeah, to sum it up, if you want a free exploit, I would recommend Krnl or Fluxus. And if you want a paid exploit, get Protosmasher or Synapse. And yeah, I will leave all the links and stuff in the description if you want to check out any exploit. But yeah, bye guys.